Hello everyone, and welcome to the MY vs Toon Squad game that started just now at 9 a.m. PST. I'm HeyZZy, and today we'll be watching how the war will end. And before it ends, it obviously has to start. And one of the starters, it seems like it's Herf from Toon Squad. And we'll be expecting the MY starter relatively soon. So in the info box, as you can see, both teams are currently at a 0-2 deficit from the first division. I forgot what the first division is called. Seems like it's App as the starter for MY. So let's hop into the duel and yeah, let's go. So bottom should be Herf and at the top should be App. So we are already seeing that one of Herf is starting with Mokuba, which could indicate see you later, and we've already seen what App's playing. He started with a Cyber Dragon deck. Interesting. Really interesting choice for a starter, actually. And set 3 pass alongside the Proto Cybers, only to be greeted by the Overflow, which disrupts the Elder into Kanahawk combo. So that's a bit unfortunate for her, but she's also got a set card. Although App does have 2 more spells and traps, but he opts to switch to defense. It's still sufficient defense so that Elder cannot get over it, but Lara to get back the Kanahawk, which means that a summon should go through. A summon of a fusion monster, that is, from the extra deck. Since both the Elder and Lara are actually Ritual Beast Tamers, so there you go. Going into ulti Kanahawk and doing the usual Ritual Beast combo that we all know and love. Just gonna be able to search a lot of cards. I'm interested to see if App has some way of stopping one of the plays. Not all of them, just one. Since, you know, Ritual Beast can only have one play. Adding Bond to the hand for the first search. Gonna be able to avoid any type of removal. Targeted removal, that is. If alright, we see a Cyclone as Ultia Paleo is summoned. Gonna banish the second fusion support. First one having been activated on the first turn. And that's where the combo stops. Ultia Paleo over, and there's the Bond. Probably is confident enough to not care about the last set card. And that's game. Reveals the third Cybernetic Fusion support, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty rough starting with 3. But it is what it is. So that's the first point going towards Toon Squad. with App having to choose if he would like to continue, or she could like to continue playing the deck or repeat. Could be too early to use a repeat, and even then I don't know exactly if Cyber Dragon is really the best deck to use a repeat for, especially against Ritual Beasts this early. But it's up to MY to decide that. So if you aren't aware yet, this season we've had Teamworks Fantasy League starting, and it's still not too late to sign up. All you have to do is you have to be a subscriber on Teamworks official main channel, and over there you just join the Discord, and there's a create a team and a how-to fantasy league, and you can check way more info there. Let's get going with the next duel. So opting not to repeat goes into the second deck. We've already seen HeyZZy, probably some form of level manipulation skill, since only Shiras basically run HeyZZy. Opening only Canahawk this time, but Worry Chain is here to worry the Canahawk. What's up, guys? Shao's, Buns, Dawn, lots of cool peeps in the chat. Setting 2 cards, so probably not even that much of an ideal opening. Solitaire right off the top, expecting a level 2 tuner to be face down, so could be pretty good to wait, can you tribute? Okay, so you can actually tribute the level, yeah, the level 2 tuner to go into another, but he opts instead to go directly for the Synchro Summon. Samurai Saga coming out, and no delay, I think. Well, now there is a delay, which will be returned. There's an Apelio in hand, so not ideal opening. No Winda, no Canahawk effect, but let's see if something can be done now with at least one Ritual Beast on the field. Effect. And a second finish chain, Worry Chain, disrupting the Ritual Beast turn. But he's got the Winda, so that's still pretty good for him. He started with Winda as well, so he didn't get it right off the top. Canahawk, first effect, and probably no disruption there, seeing that not only the first but also the second chain did not stop Herf whatsoever in his starting combos. Yeah, and it looks like it won't stop, so you already know how this goes, guys. Just the usual Ritual Beast stuff. Canahawk, so he added the Lara off the search, which is pretty interesting considering that he already used his summon. Probably thinking of popping off for next turn. Gets Pedalfin banished. Probably opting to go again into Canahawk or Ulti Apelio. He also probably has Bond, now that I think of it. Or I think he actually used it, or no, it was return that he used. Could also be an ambush face down. I mean, if you think about it, he didn't search any spell or trap, so he probably already started with a lot of those. Return is a good example, having started with it already and setting one more card just before entering the battle phase. And the third finish chain. First game there were 3 cybernetic fusion support. Now there's 3 chains. Interesting to see that he did not chain to it. But I think it's relatively fine considering that... yeah, I was gonna say one of the traps has to save him. Else he would have probably detached. And, well, not detach, you know, just return and special summon again. He will do that in the end phase though, and we'll also get the Pedofin out, so even has the Lara in hand as the first card, so he could pop off even more. So there's Pedofin, probably gonna banish the how is it called? Probably Lara, if he didn't get a good top deck. So that's Plague Spreader, not Plague Spreader, Hades gone. Well, you would ideally use Plague Spreader, but, you know, the level 2 tuner can pretty much do anything. And here's the ambush. Yeah, I think it's done. Unless the Spell Trap has something to say, but it looks pretty done. Still, I wouldn't like to call it too early, so let's see. There's always the possibility of the DC loss. We would not want to see that, but some people at times do rely on that to try to win. Like unnecessarily stalling and stuff like that. So there's Cannon Hawk. Probably gonna add Bond. Maybe go for an OTK. Or just return. Yeah. There's the Bond. Wait, is that a second Pedofin or did I miss? No, it's just, yeah. Samurai Saga probably will be gone. I don't think there's any way to negate this, considering that he's already used all 3 of these in this chain. But we'll see. Seems like there's a long delay. Could also be, yeah, I was gonna say Samurai Saga's effect. It doesn't do a whole lot, but I suppose it's better than nothing. You still have like one more chance to top into Solitaire, and if the level 2 is in the grave, you can try to do some stuff still, but I think it all depends on the set card, honestly. He's gonna play it safe. Got the Bond. Probably, well, not probably, most likely the Apelios. That's one. And now he relies on a top deck app. And no top deck, so her going pretty good with a 2-0 start. With Ritual Beasts, knocking not only the I wouldn't say bricked Cyber Dragon, but 3 fusion support is pretty devastating if you are MY. But still, he did a really good job at starting out with Ritual Beasts. Not only that, he also has his second deck still. So if they are trying to counter pick now, he could have a good second deck to try to counter. Herf, small PP, big brain. I think Bun knows something we don't. So mind telling us more? Anyway, whoever picked Herf for their Fantasy League team, he's already doing pretty good, so... Waiting for the next MY player. So a couple possibilities include Doctor, which has been a really reliable member, not only on his time on BZ in their first few seasons, but also on his adventure on MY as the owner. We also have Kisara, another good member with a good record, has also played in previous weeks. Hopefully they got something for Ritual Beasts. It's not that uncommon of a deck to be seen, especially in Team Wars. You can check out the Twitter of Duel Links Team Wars there, as well as the Discord. You can also participate in Team Wars Fantasy League. You can find out more on the graphic and in the information channels in the Discord. All you have to do is be a sub. And if you never subbed before, you have a 20% off for your first sub. So we're seeing candy on the table now. Let's go. Going on with Yugi Muto. Yeah, we are already seeing the restart delay and the usual 22 cards that Karakuris usually play. So most likely it is Karakuris. Restart already having to be used, so probably not an ideal hand, as he is also going second. So gonna be pretty rough to start with only 4 cards going second, but it's better than to have a bricked first hand. We are already seeing the merchant, a Prisma merchant that is, pretty good. Looks pretty sick. Like the color scheme matches and stuff. Also has the tuner, the level 5 I mean. Not that bad of a start, compared to Herf at least, who could be playing it safe by trying to set, for example, a window, but could also have bricked. We all know that Ritual Beast is pretty prone to bricks. Anything else that he would like to do? Probably could be testing for delays as well, but there's not many cards that you could have delays on, at least against Ritual Beast. We do know that Herf runs at least one Canadia. That could be it, and that could potentially stop the Merchant, but it could have stopped the Bones summon as well. The Kunamzan, the level 5. We all know him as the level 5. Lisa. Okay, my bad. I saw Doctor referring to Lisa as Filasa once. Lisa, alright. Also has a Prisma Ninishi alongside the Merchant. So yeah, Candy is flexing pretty nicely. Gonna add the Merchant back to the hand using Musashi. Gamma Oil, probably for the level 3 tuner. Gonna be able to go into Burrito. There it is. Gonna get Hyper out, and that's the ideal board you want with Karakuris, especially when you get 2 set cards. Gonna flip up the monster, which turns out to be an Apelio, and that is lethal on board unless there is a way to stop it for Herf. Seemingly no delay. Now there is a delay, probably return. That's one. And there's the return. Also started with Lara, so not a lot of cards you want to see in hand. Apelio, Lara. And that's the turn. Herf with only 2 cards in hand. 1 Lara banished, 1 Apelio in the grave. Has to do something miraculous, but seems like opening the spells and traps is something that Herf has done all 3 games so far. I think he started with return all 3 games. That's just a bit unfortunate. Still going 2-0. Ambush. Will be able to stop 2 of the attacks. Bad aim though for the other set card. If that's a Kanari, it would be ideal, but it is not chainable. It is a return again. Yeah, could have could have not done anything. Yeah, now it's gonna redirect the attack to Lara, and that's game. So Candy doing a pretty good job on trying to equalize. Herf will be down a deck now, and has to switch to his second. Really curious to see what people pair Ritual Beasts with. I think you would be expecting Karakuri since it's such an OTK centric deck, and if you don't start well, you can get steamrolled like we have just seen. And they're already starting. Mimi saying that you should never scoop in Team Wars. That is true. You should get as much information as possible from your opponent. Or you can also rely on a couple of disconnections, and that's also a thing. So we're seeing Mako, but we are seeing balance instead of any mythic depths that you usually would expect with Mako. Not to be confused with the player on the roster Mako, also known as Make Mako Make Great Again. I think he's pretty great right now, but yeah. Starting with the same copy of the Prisma Merchant. Having added the level 5, he's going to summon it. And going to the usual starting combo again. This time going first, so he also needs to get some advantage with the spells and traps at the end of the turn, and hopefully disrupt what could seem to be either balanced Karakuris or even balanced Dark Magician could be a thing. Bure. And just gonna opt for the 2 set spells and traps alongside Hypa. Anything else though? No, that is it. So Herf, we do know he's running balance. Most likely pointing out to either Dark Magician or Karakuri Mirror, potentially. There's a Cyclone for the bad aim. And here's the Rod, so it is indeed Dark Magician. Having not started with Circle, he's going to search it. Good thing that he got rid of the bad aim. As such, Dark Magical Circle can search in peace. If there is something to search. And there's nothing to search. That's pretty rough, but we didn't get the message that there was no deck stacking, so if that happens, like, he either clicked no or he just didn't change the order of the 3 cards in the deck. Could also mean that he already has a more than ideal hand. Like, you could expect a navigation right now. Who knows? If there's a Dark Magician in the hand, and there is. So he already had a very ideal hand. Yeah, no need to add anything off the circle when you're already having a good hand. Right, guys? Rod to search for next turn. And there's a lance. So it won't be able to be banished this turn. And next turn it will have more than enough attack for a Dark Magician to not go over it. Yeah, Max, I was just memeing. It's either the fact that he clicked no when searching, but isn't it a mandatory? Yeah, it's mandatory. So he just looked at the top 3 cards and he didn't reveal anything or didn't stack anything, so his next 3 draws are probably already really good for him to not stack the deck. And we are already seeing that with Karma Cut, discarding Dark Magician for the Bore. Yes, the search is not mandatory, but the looking effect is. So he just didn't have anything to search. Yeah, so there's the circle for the back row, and it's already looking like game for Herf over there, with a pretty good counter, not counter deck, but a pretty good second deck to pair with the first deck, that is Ritual Beasts. There's a navigation, just because, like, there's nothing else to really negate. It's more than enough for game as well, so there's that. And yeah, full Prisma War, by the way. Minus the circle. Herf, what are you doing? Get a Prisma Circle for the memes. Regardless, that's a really good start for Herf there. Going 3-1 as a starter, no less. And Candy cannot repeat as well, so they have to change to their second deck and hopefully deal with the Dark Magician deck before it is too late. It's unfortunate that because of how my settings are on OBS and stuff, I actually cannot open Google Chrome without the stream lagging. So I had to open another browser, but on the other browser I'm on the Duel Links Teamworks account. So I cannot really interact on my main account for that. Oh wow, so Duel Links Teamworks is in the chat, guys. Alright, let's check the next duel. Again, curious to see what Candy's second deck is. Alright, probably something related to Destiny Draw, since that's the only skill that Yami Yugi's usually ran with. Never mind. Power of Dark. Very interesting. I don't think it's the preferred skill for anything except Witchcrafters. The one with the Storm variant. So here is the circle adding Navi. So could indicate that he already has Dark Magician in hand and also another set, so it's gonna be pretty hard to snipe if he has anything to snipe with, such as a Storm. Shao's expressing his what's the word in English for it? Oh my god. Not really anger, but disappointment that people do not play Dark Carly for her Power of Dark skill. You know, why would you play Yami Yugi? No. I mean, do you really want to bluff the fact that you may have Destiny Draw when Power of Dark literally shows up at the beginning of the duel? You know? Just do yourself, me, and the chat a good experience and just switch to Dark Carly, you know? There's nothing to miss by switching to Dark Carly. only everything to gain. So here we see Storm. This is usually the part where he has to chain. He will double chain in fact, and as such he will be forced to destroy Circle. Thankfully Karma Cut will be able to just get rid of the Ver. So he did open pretty good yet again. No Rod, but who cares about Rod, right? Kaiko as well to stop any further plays, such as the Pitori in the graveyard. Yeah, we'll be forced to probably destroy the Circle, and that's pretty much it, I think. With 2 cards and the normal summon already being wasted, you have to start with a spell. And Unveiling is in the graveyard, that's one. So he has to have like the one that special summons from hand and probably Ver. And that's only to stall, so it won't be able to get over Kaiko on that turn, nor Dark Magician. Yeah, it's pretty, it's a question mark, I think, just going that much and getting Ver out. Ideally you would Storm first and get that stuff, since now Kaiko will just banish everything as far as monsters are concerned, and Herf will just take another game. Not an ideal play by Candy by any means, but Herf also had a pretty good hand to go with. But still, I think it could have been a bit closer. Herf on a pretty good run as a starter, going 4-1. The first 2 wins being with the not 2-1, but 4-1. So yeah, the first 2 wins having been won by Ritual Beasts. Herf carrying us hard, but I want to see Poppy clap. Who doesn't want to see Poppy clap? You feel me? Speaking of Poppy, right? On the official Duel Links Timor's Twitch channel, we've put a couple of really cool things for the people that have been watching the main channel games for a long time, and you have channel points. So one of the 2 things is that you can redeem a Timor's sub completely for free for 54k gems, 54k channel points, that is. So if you have that many channel points, you can just go and redeem. And not only that, but for almost double that, so 99999 gems, aka 10k gems or channel points, you can redeem a Discord Nitro completely for free. So again, if you have the points for it, you should probably go. Probably would be better to save up for the Nitro, not only because you get a lot of benefits with Nitro, not only on the Duel Links Timor's Discord, but also on Discord in general, but also because if you are to Nitro boost as well on the server, there's a monthly giveaway for the boosters in which 1 or 2 subs can be given out. So yeah, pro promoter. That's true, and I think Mako agrees with it. So Flisa will be the next one to join the table. Let me just change that real quick, and I will wear in the duel. Herf with let's keep going as a greeting text. Zero Kaiba. That's interesting to say the least. Peak performance, yeah, as expected, Black Wings will be coming to deal with Dark Magician balance. Starting with Zephyros, gonna be able to search pretty much the whole deck minus Chris. I don't know, Mumu. I rarely cast because whenever I try to cast, I have to rev the game, so I cannot focus on so many things at once. But now, because X-Ray is the referee, I can just take care of the stream and stuff. So he did add Gale that he just used for a Synchro Summon for Raikiri. Zephyros coming down to the field again. Expecting another Gale. Or he could also just stop on this, but it's a pretty weak board. Especially going first. Alright. So yeah, he wants to have a follow-up, which is perfectly fair considering that Dark Magician cannot deal with Raikiri on their first turn whatsoever. So we see the circle. Adding Dark Magician. And the Rod. Probably gonna search the navigation. If we are being honest. Or not. He's adding the Illusion Magic. Tell me, who goes for Illusion Magic? I tell you, one who already has at least one navigation set. This man's. Please stop him, Toon Squad. And MY. Both teams have to stop her. Not even in the main phase. In the draw phase, he activates it and gets immediately rid of Raikiri. Presumably. So, yeah. Probably he gonna go into the illusion one as well. Just because. Don't think there's a need for Kaiku at the moment. I wanna hear her, he's yelling, but I'm deafened. Yeah, the unfortunate benefits and the opposite of benefits for being a referee. Yeah, if he has karma, he's just way too goated. Opening like that should be illegal. Where's Konami? Why are they not hitting this deck? Kappa. Thinking a lot of time for which monster to summon. Or potentially a second set card being activated. But I don't see a need for it at the moment. Especially since Navi is resolving. So cannot even chain. Asserting dominance. That's really well put, Shaos. Who needs to farm for skills? Just level up Mako to level 13, I think it was, or 20. And yeah. In fact, I think it's such a Chad move that he already has Mako to level 45. Not even needing the EXP you get. Now, I haven't dueled in a long time, but I don't even remember if you can get EXP from duel rooms. Probably not, because it would be abusable, but Herf is really thinking there, though. And he's also in the chat. Declaring that he's gonna bully him. I think let's restart, cause I've seen this this glitch before. Well, not really glitch, but hello? Okay. I've seen this thing before where a duel can actually stop for no reason. Yeah, it must have frozen, exactly. Yeah, then that's what I'm talking about. When this stuff happens, there's an additional spectator count. So like from me and X-Ray only to me, X-Ray, and another version of me. Anyway, we'll be seeing the same disgusting play again from Herf. And yeah, so he did summon Kaiko after all. Circle gonna banish the Raikiri as expected. Gale, he had a second Gale in hand for Black Rose, but Karma Cut will activate and banish it for some reason. Interesting banish there. Wait, what did he send off of that? So he sent Illusion Magic off of that, but he still had Dark Illusion. And that's a pretty sad set card. I think this looks like game. Not only is the Chidori pretty big, but there also was a Simoon. Yeah, so that's how Herf's little streak ends. For whoever picked Herf, you've done a pretty good job at picking for Fantasy League. Getting both of his wins with like one deck each. So going 2-1 with both decks. Pretty good stuff there. Also good stuff for Flissa for equalizing. But still, now Toon Squad have the counter pick advantage. Yeah, it's unfortunate. These days, with the 7th extra deck card, there's so many possibilities that were not even thought of with a 6th extra deck. Like you can run Black Rose Dragon, you can run Star Eater, you can run the full Onimaru engine and still have a couple spaces left. Like there's a lot of stuff, especially for Black Wings. Such a good engine. Well, not engine, but a lot of options, a lot of diversity. So we are gonna see Mako. Mako more like go easy on me. He's not asserting as much dominance as Herf would have, but let's see. So he's on the bottom, as expected, with not any revealing skill. Although he's running 22 cards, I think most invoked variants run over 20 cards. And I think one of the more, yeah, there's an Alistair, so could probably be invoked Magician Girls or invoked Roids, as we are seeing by the field spell. Gonna be destroying the Alistair, sending it to the grave, gonna add probably Submarine Roid or Kite Roid, depending on, probably Kite Roid, considering that you're on an empty board at the moment, and if you have to have some sets, you can destroy that set, add Submarine Roid or the fire one, I think it's Ambulance Roid, or no, Rescue Roid, or just go into Posterous directly. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not even Chidori can touch that currently, especially with the Alistair in the hand. Set card as well, so testing for delays against the Cosmic Cyclone that could be set. Simoon as well. So there's 2 Whirlwind already. Anything to stop the searches through a floodgate. Through a floodgate, indeed. So 2 searches gone. 1 of the monster zones gone. Still has 1 normal summon left. So yeah, there's the Bora. So would be at least be able to go into a level 7 Synchro. But there's nothing that can touch Cocytus at the moment, considering that not only it has 3100 attack, but can also have up to 4100 with the Alistair. It can even go and destroy Bora without any sort of boost, so let me see if I can get some updates from the other games, because as you may know, there's a lot of games going down at the same time right now. So currently not only is this MY vs Toon Squad game going on, but there's Duel Links Taiwan vs Rookies, a match of the week if I may say so. Both teams I believe are 2-0 and they are streamed on the main channel. Diffusion vs Garuda, streamed over at Wolf the Legends channel. And starting in a couple minutes it's going to be Forbidden Ones vs Phoenix on Shanma Tri's channel, and Neo vs the Immortals on Moon's channel. Any more is in the chat? Me. So there's Necro Valley after Chidori came down on the field. Currently Chidori can go over Cocytus, so probably would be best if you wouldn't activate Alistair, unless there's another Alistair in hand. Gonna really have to rely on getting something accessible. Yeah, Alistair will remain in the hand, which is I think the better play. Now he sets a card, gonna search for the Fire Roid, Rescue Roid. What does this card even do, bro? Level 6, so you would never summon this. Yeah, okay, it's only run because it's a fire. I see. Nonetheless, there's Purgatrio, ya boy. Ya happy boy. Especially this dude in the corner. And that's there's that. Necro Valley currently really making Mako's plans not go accordingly, especially with the Gale search having Purga's attack. So even if he had a second Alistair, it would not be enough. And sadly, it's looking like lethal. I don't think there's any card that... Wait, he added a Kiteroid. He added a Kiteroid, right? Yes, he added a Kiteroid on turn 1. So, 1950? Yeah, so he lives this turn. He lives, and if Flissa is not careful, they could be triggering some sort of skill. So it's really interesting how they go on about it. There's Raikiri. Keep in mind, Kiteroid cannot activate on any monster attacks. So probably ideal to just swing directly into Chidori. With Chidori into Purgatrio. But it's also ideal to destroy the Megaroid City for Mako to truly have no follow-up, especially with the Necro Valley up again soon. And it's Star Eater. Yeah, speaking of just crazy extra decks, we've seen Black Rose Dragon in the first game. Now we've seen Star Eater. So opting not to trigger Destiny Draw or any sort of skill relevant to it. Even having the Cosmic Cyclone for the set, which wouldn't have mattered anyway, but that's... yeah. Unfortunate for Mako over there. I think I'm expecting a repeat, honestly. You would enter with this kind of deck to try to combat against Black Wings. But it's up to them, of course, to see if there is any repeat involved. So Felisa now up 2-0. Alright, so there is indeed a repeat coming for Toon Squad. Boop. And now the duel can start again. Also, X-ray. when someone is announcing a repeat, it's the best to ping both the streamer and the person the repeated deck is playing against. So ping me and Felisa. Speaking of repeats, I usually like to keep the first deck on top right and disable the rightmost one. So this time going first again. Well, not this time, again. This time going first. Same opening with Alistair. Hard drawn Submarine Roid for Cosida's first turn yet again. Seemingly no Megoroid CD, so he probably opened a better back row than last time. Only one set, so could be expecting some sort of Floodgate. I don't know what other type of back row he runs. The Flex though. That looks pretty nice. And Floodgate yet again. This time seemingly something chainable. Could be something from Felisa's hand, and we have seen Cosmic Cyclone being played by him or her last game, so it depends. Nonetheless, we do see the same type of setup as last duel, going into Chidori. Sufficient attack yet again to go over Cosidas, and again hard drawing Necro Valley. This game truly is a repeat. Holy. The exact same. Yeah, I don't know. People saying that in the previous game, right, he floodgated Simoon. We have seen the same floodgate of Simoon yet again, and once again it costed Mako an Alistair, and well, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it matters if he floodgated that or this. Also because of Necro Valley being hard drawn. But if he didn't hard draw Necro Valley, then he would have just made Ancient Fairy Dragon, and I think the outcome would have been the same on the next turn. One day I need to maybe draw some sub emotes. I actually am an affiliate on Twitch, but I've never really cared about streaming that much. And even if I stream, I wouldn't really stream Duel Links. I would just stream some FPS games, some CS:GO, you know. Maybe back in the day you would have streamed some Valorant, but now Valorant. And Simoon as well, to just tribute over. Simoon that I believe was in his hand from last turn, so at least there's one Kiteroid to still give him one more turn, but there is no sign of Destiny Draw due to no LP requirement being fulfilled. No draw sense skill, only a set. At this point, he's just delaying the inevitable, it feels like. The repeat not paying off for Mako. And for Toon Squad as a whole. Zephyros, just additional fodder for the field. Now here's the question, would you attack with Chidori now? What if it's a Submarineroid? What if Mako has a second Kiteroid in hand? I'm new in Duel Links, I come from TCG. Welcome to the community. Duel Links has a really interesting format compared to TCG, right? There's a lot of... there used to be a lot of older archetypes that would be relevant, and then one day Konami decided, let's just add some of the newer cards into the game. And yeah, Assault Blackwings, for example, were not made that far off, like just a couple, 2-3 years ago, I think. Flissa winning yet again, 3-0, almost rivaling Herf's opening, yet to be stopped as well by any of the Toon Squad members. We live in a society where we repeat a deck and the exact duel is being played. Like, damn. Same Floodgate on Simoon, same opening for Mako minus the Megaroid City, same summons from Flissa, same searches, pretty much. Same Necro Valley. There's a lot of interesting plays going on in that game. In those games, actually. I don't know if you've noticed, guys, I think you probably did, in the bottom left corner for the past match results. There's a couple of matches that have been played this week. The latest being X Factors and SDO, just last night. X Factors having won. I believe they're 3-0 now, probably top of their division, because BZ and Forbidden Memories played each other and one had to lose. Both were 2-0. Small Duel Links already being pretty unlucky with how their games go. In the first week they played against Infinity, they won. In the second against Phoenix, they lost, and now they lost again to admittedly the top of the division, so yeah, in in Team Wars there has to be a sacrifice for the next player to clap like full time. Like App and Candy were the sacrifice for Flissa, you know. Now Flissa is 3-0 and it could even go higher, like, you know. But that's one thing, right? Mako going 0-2 is also another thing, because now between Popeye, Buns and Drencia, whoever goes next has that blood sacrifice, you know? Has the power of Mako in them. and they will open broken and stuff like that against the Blackwing player. Felisa now going on the bottom table, bottom player spot. I believe Herf is screen sharing, right? Or oh, okay, so it's Mimi. Both with the doggo icon, by the way. Rigged. X-ray with the nice. You cannot click on that. Oh wait, I have a Toon icon. No, it's not rigged. I swear. It's just a coincidence that they had the two dogs. Not rigged, I swear. Alright, see you later, Shaos. Thank you for coming up. While the game is going, let's just quickly claim some waifus in a server. Oh, nice! I got FBI Chan. I'm collecting the Chan girls. If anyone has heard about it. So indeed we see Popeye as the chat wanted, going as the next player for Toon Squad. Let's see what the master is made of, having brought in a deck that is played by Sarah. I actually have no idea what Sarah's skills are, probably level reduction or something. I haven't seen a restart delay, so that is not possible. Hopefully it doesn't lag. I'm watching the main stream at the moment. Alright, so we do see a pretty bad opening from Popeye. Well, not really that bad. It's still 3 back row is pretty good. I think he's playing Shiranui. I think only the only relevant skills that Sarah have to be something related to level manipulation skills. So there's that. Ballista Squad, yeah, attributing the level 2 tuner. So again, getting rid of Simoon, be it by oh, there's Lance. Very interesting, because now that's 1000 attack, cannot search the Gale, but can search the Orochi. Not much use for Orochi currently, considering that 2 Simon are already gone. That leaves Popeye over there only with 1 set card. Theoretically, Felisa can OTK if he gets like 2 Boras, for example, you know, or Cruz and Bora. I think that would be a pretty bad way to lose, just to Blackwing beat down. Yeah, so we do see just the Zephyros, and unfortunately the Whirlwind, the only Whirlwind he had, most likely going to the grave, with no way to bounce it due to Zephyros. Wait, I need to fix some things. Alright, so the top deck was Squire, very good. So yeah, he's going to pop off against pretty much nothing from Felissa. Going to go into level 2, level 6. And we'll even have a follow-up next turn if any of his monsters will be destroyed. There's Hades for Zephyros to not activate. Yeah, so Poppy will be able to stabilize the match at the moment. So that's only the first deck of Felissa going away. Still one more to go. All right. You see Furo, probably a mirror of Shears, if I'm being honest. Starting with Squire. Sorry for a slight lack of casting, guys. I just there has to be some issues fixed. So it's turn 1 Sun Saga, revealing the fact that he has level Og on Sarah. Not as good of an opening compared to Poppy, but we have seen what his opening last game did. Interesting. So Ballista Squad will activate in response to Floodgate, getting it immediately into the grave and also targeting another set card. I think it was the leftmost one? I'm not sure. Or was it the monster? Okay, it probably was this one, since he activated it in response. Gonna target the Sun Saga. And a finish. And the lens. What is happening? So, okay, it cannot be negated. It cannot be destroyed. And that's it. But just for this turn, at least. But I don't think it matters anyway, because, you know, Poppy does have a follow-up now. A really good follow-up. Oh my god! Well, I was gonna say a follow-up, but not anymore. That was such an insane chain reaction. Literally and figuratively. At least Poppy still has a Sun Saga though. It's negated currently, but oh, that's a really good top deck. If Gozuki's effect goes through, that's pretty good. Could try to come back. Or not. That still gets a level 4 in the grave, so either way it was pretty rough. Yeah, and in the end, like, he basically killed his own Sun Saga. Still has a monster, while Poppy has nothing in the grave. So he needs a really good top deck now. Really good top deck, I mean. And I don't think it's gonna happen. Gozuki. Will put him in a pretty good position next turn. But here's the thing, there could not be an next turn. Currently it's 700 off lethal, so even a level 2 tuner top deck would be enough for lethal. Pretty much any monster would be enough for lethal, except Diddy Crow. And if it's Diddy Crow, then next turn you just banish the Spectral Sword, so there's not a lot that Poppy can do in this instance. And there's the Shade, so that's just enough for lethal. It's unfortunate, but what the hell was that? Fliss just winning another game, proving to be really useful to MY currently. Going 4-1 after his 3-0 start with peak performance Black Wings. Alright, just because I haven't done it in a while. You know what it is. It's the Fantasy League. Do yourself a favor and join it. The only thing you have to do to join it is just to sub to the official Duel Links Team Wars Twitch channel. That will grant you access to the Fantasy League folder in the Discord server, in which you can create a nice Fantasy League team and have a chance to win over $250 in PayPal money, I think. And for like $5, you get to play 3 to 4 weeks. That's a really good price if you ask me. And it's gonna be season long, so around 3 subs should suffice. You get 20% off, I believe, off your first sub. So yeah, do yourself a favor and join the Fantasy League. You can find out more in the Duel Links Team Wars Twitch chat, !fantasy. So Poppy's second deck is Fliss's first deck, which was peak performance Black Wings. Plisa yet again starting with probably the tuner face down. We don't know he runs the level 3 tuner as well, so he probably has a space in his extra deck for Squire Saga. Most likely, because I don't think he would ever run something like Black Rose Dragon. Although it's not impossible. Zephyros only. No Whirlwind, no Simoon, no nothing, and it gets Canariad immediately. Normal summon wasted, check. No Gale in hand to be special summoned on the field, check. One set card that... I was gonna say one set card that could get cycloned, but I didn't want to see it. But it gets cycloned. And it was offerings too. That's pretty rough. That's just pretty rough. Spirit Master will come to the field at least. That's a pop for next turn if Spectral Sword is still in the graveyard. And that's a Samurai Saga for this turn. Zephyros at least is in the graveyard, so if he is to top deck a Whirlwind, he probably has a Bora in hand. He could get something going, working. Only one set as well. So unless it's something like another Canadia, a Floodgate perhaps, it could go pretty well. Nothing to be chained on Zephyros' activation. So it's probably something that interacts with the field. So probably something like a Floodgate or Canadia. Unless this summon goes through. Unless maybe he wants to Floodgate or Canadia the Synchro Monster. Which is just as good. How come their Black Wings open Simone every game and our Black Wings break? It's the APK. Every player has an APK, you know, but some have a better source for the APK, you know. Like you can get it for free and that wouldn't be that good, but you can pay a couple bucks, you know, and get some stuff going. I'm just joking, no one has an APK, except Amusement Park. So that's a lot of monsters. I think if he wanted to Floodgate or Canadia, well, Canadia especially, this would be a good time to do so on the tuner. Not only because it prevents a Synchro Summon, but it prevents lethal, so... my bad, score should be 5-5. Forgot to update that. I sniped you, X-Ray. I have a slight delay, I think, of like 10-15 seconds. And I saw on stream like, huh, but they both have one deck remaining, why is it still at 4? And then I just counted and yeah. So Raikiri will come to the field, probably gonna target the back row. See, we are one and the same. You are my alt account. I mean what? Anyway, a second Gale. Yeah, I think this is looking very good for Poppy now. He could really go for an OTK this turn if the set card does not stop it. Yeah, I suppose so. I'm your alt. But an alt would never admit that they are anyone's alt, so it is what it is. So here's the effect. And Ballista Squad. That does not stop Well, it does now. Yeah, I forgot about Canadia. Then that means, unless Poppy's got another monster, which is pretty, okay, he's got and it's even the Bora. He could even pierce. That's a pretty good way to end the game. Poppy grabbing a second win and finally putting a stop to Felissa. Just like how Candy and Felissa put a stop to Herf. Scores again really equal. Very close war. Alright, there's a couple other games going at the same time right now. There's a multi-Twitch link in the live matches channel, so make sure you check that. It's up to you if you would like to still have me cast. I'm not that good of a caster, I think, but it's fun being alone and just have some time to cast. The last time I did, I think, was last season near the beginning, so almost like 6 months ago, I think. Wait, did the season even start 6 months ago? Like season 7? I don't think so. Anyway, Kisara entering with Mythic Depths, so most likely pointing to HeyZZy Christians. Relatively good counter for Black Wings. Especially with the Gen X Undying start, able to send any card such as the Whale to the grave. Any card that is, because Christians are mostly water. Well, fully water, but your monster lineup is not fully water. Like, you can have the Scrap Recyclers, you can have the Gen X Controllers due to Undying's effect. Gonna have a pretty good start with Whale setup and Citri at the same time. Fistvern as well. Searching anything. Solve still in the grave. Presiortal in the grave as well. That's a really good hand. And another set card, so the set card wasn't searched, so it's probably not an impact. It could still be an impact, but could be other back row. Lots of HeyZZy Christians do play Cosmic Cyclone, since no card is limited to 3 in the deck just yet. There's a standby phase, C stealth attack. Gonna get back the Mythic Depths activated skill for Umi. Hello, Sugar. What's good? So there's the Whirlwind. That's a pretty good start compared to some of the other games that Poppy has had. Still thinking about what to do. Like, realistically speaking, this is a really hard board to try to do anything. One Simon though could change things. On the main channel, currently is Duel Links Taiwan versus Rookies, right? Duel Links Taiwan up 7, Rookies up 5. Both teams 2-0 with 2 RD each. So yeah, make sure you check that out as well. Started at the same time as this stream started. There's a live there's a multi-Twitch link. Let me grab it for you real quick. Wait, there's... Bruh, okay. There's one link missing, but I'll just add it. Alright, so there's the link. My good friend over there, Duel Links Team Wars, gave it in the chat. Make sure to watch if you want, while Poppy is popping off, as his name suggests, getting the Orochi down and the Simone down for an ancient pixie dragon. Can try to force a destruction on Citadel Whale, but oh, never mind. Yeah, he probably could have baited the Citadel Whale's effect, but he could still bait it actually with Gale. But here's the thing that's really still disadvantages. There's a lot of disadvantages with that. I don't think there's really a way to come back from this kind of board. You try to do anything to the whale, it can negate once. You try to get over it, you cannot. SSA just says no. If it happens for the targeting effect to be negated, then just SSA will banish it, and there's that. So it's really hard. And not only that, right? If you even reach the point that you are in a position to safely attack whale, so you get somehow rid of SSA, you still have C3 to worry about. So you still have one more turn to wait and then do something. So yeah, it's just it's really unfortunate, I think. Like, just from purely from a spectator perspective. Also as a not that good of a player, but I'd love to be proved wrong though by Poppy. So there's the negate for Raikiri, meaning Raikiri will be destroyed following this. And keep in mind, because Orochi was activated on the whale, presumably to bait the effect, Pixie Dragon cannot destroy it. There's another Gale, however. Could go into another level 7, which will be Chidori. Chidori, at the very least, can float into Raikiri. But probably the expected result will be Citrus effect to turn, or oh, okay, so he's just gonna get the Solf out. Yeah, and have another level 5, presumably just basically ending the entire battle phase right there. Unless Chidori would like to float, but I don't think that's a really good decision. Kisara, back again on their turn, can go into level 7, such as Samurai Destroyer. Or Black Rose, that's even better. So much advantage can now be... Oh. Alright, so he did have a way to deal with HeyZZy last turn, but because of him setting it, you know, it just wasn't meant to be. Regardless, Chidori will float at the very least, so an OTK is not looking that likely. But there's Ticevern, there's Prezioral, and there's a Solve in the grave. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen. Such as Rosenix. And yeah, that's the Quarion that we've been waiting for. And that's probably game. Gonna banish that Raikiri off, that Chidori off. Probably the picks your Zephyros if it's in the grave. Yeah, there's a Zephyros. All gone. Even the impact for the follow-up, if this attack is somehow to be negated. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, you cannot really play through everything. So yeah, Kisara will be able to stabilize back again to a 6-6 scoreline. And Toon Squad still has the advantage of counter picking. So let's see how that goes. So the other game is well, not other because there's a lot of other games, but Duel Links Taiwan and Rookies on the main channel is currently 8-5 in favor of Duel Links Taiwan. 8-5. That means they play one more game than us there. Speaking of us, Drensia will come to the table and replace Popeye. And oh, we see Aster Phoenix, so we could be seeing potentially heroes. No balance, no restart, no second skill. It's just Mythic Depth, like something that doesn't activate at the beginning of the duel. Oh. I don't know when you went missing, Kite, but Felissa did manage to stabilize, but Popeye equalized, so now it's like 6-6. Kisara is playing HeyZZy Christian, and Drensia just hopped on the table. So that's a slight recap. And seemingly he didn't open that good, but who knows, that set card could be anything. Scrap Recycler opener is also very good for Christians. Sending off that Ticevern, adding the Prezioral, because he already had a Solve in hand to discard Prezioral with. Most likely will going to Ryan. Interesting. Oh, does he have a... Oh, wait. Does he have an OTK? Celestia, so it is indeed heroes. Rosenix, that's lethal, that's exact lethal. Oh my. Seemingly no delay. Oh no. That's unfortunate for Kisara there. For Drancia there. Excuse me. You wouldn't expect Christians to OTK you quite like that. Yeah, probably discussing the possibility of a repeat, if I'm being honest. You have the counter pick, you select the hero, and you expect it to do well, but hero, a deck that usually tries to OTK, gets OTK'd instead. You just hate to see that. Nonetheless, really good, really well played by Kisara as well. Full credit there. Just waiting on them now. Yeah, not choosing to repeat. Understandably so. So he's gonna just go into his second deck, Drancia that is. And 24 cards. Yeah, Akiza, as pointed out by Mako over there. You know, looking at Akiza instead of Mako in the bottom right corner. But yeah, Scrap Recycler once again. Sending Feistburn once again, so a similar opening to last duel. Gonna add Soft now, so probably, yeah, just gonna stop there. Very interesting. And let's see what Drancia can do with 5 cards. One set card that could be Impact, but could also be, for example, Cosmic. Or just Drancia opening the Cosmic for the set card. And it's SSA, so that's a really good snipe early on, especially with the Prisma one. 3 set cards is not ideal though, but at least there's a monster, so it's pretty good for now that at least SSA is gone. But what if there's a second SSA? Mythic Death is still on the field, but it's understandable that the hit would be for the set card. Is this best ref HeyZZy? Who? Feels bad for X-Ray. Yeah, it happened that there was a shortage of streamers at 9 AM EST, so had to sub in, and thankfully, like, I got to cast, so there's that. And X-Ray is reffing, so sending us still did well. So on the lookout for a second SSA. Needlebug, so it's a combo Shira that everyone's been talking about, also known in Timors at least as Ghost Meets Girl Shiranui, sending 2 Gozuki, 1 Spectral Sword, 1 Samurai, and 1 Needle Ceiling. So already ready to pop off for a potential next turn, depending on the set monster as well. There's a solve, discarding the impact, so there's at least one negation for a potential ballista squad. Yo, what's up, Zinc? What's the score between OG and FaZe right now, if you don't mind telling me, because I actually cannot open Chrome because it lags the stream. Are they still on the first map? I think they started 45 minutes ago. Nonetheless, self-destroyed to get Ryan out. Needle Ceiling. Oh man. With Ryan already being... it was full monster zones. Nothing to summon. And the Charon to activate. If there even is a need to activate, honestly. I cannot check the graveyards right now, so he's probably still thinking if he should banish anything. Yeah, snakes, or better said clowns. You know, in reference to that one tweet. Nonetheless, banishing well, that's just huge. Now SSA has to be hard drawn. If it's 9-9 and the duel draws, what happens? That's a really interesting question. Wait, so when a draw happens, both decks are lost? I think so. I think it's 9-9. Like, nah, I have to check that. And what's worse is that I actually knew the answer to this. I cannot remember. Anyway, we've seen Drancia pop off and getting out that Spirit Master off the top, I believe, and flipping up the level 3. So he just had the right cards at the right time. But that Needle Ceiling though, that Needle Ceiling won that. That was incredibly good. And that forces Kisara to their second deck, so no possibility of any repeat. And puts the game back into an equalizing state. And let's go. So the second deck of Kisara is actually Dark Magician with Balance, activated at the beginning of the duel, and Rod adding Navigation, no Circle, Kazuki, any response. Seemingly no for as far as Floodgate or Kanadi are concerned. Sending the level 2 straight from the deck to the grave. Gonna be having a pretty good follow-up, but with only one back row. At least Rod is currently gone, but Navigation, yeah, will be activated in the end phase. Probably will get Rod back and search circle for the next turn. We'll even have one negate for next turn, so if Dark Magician somehow tries to OTK this turn, it's gonna be pretty rough for Toon Squad moving forward. Dark Magical Circle. Adding Dark Magician. So if that's a second, well, won't be able to be active right now. Second navigation, that is. But there's the banish for Gozuki. And yeah, as clear as day, that's an OTK. Unless there's some... or no. Temeo's just gonna be activated for Dark Cavalry, so probably nothing can stop this attack, I think. Yeah. And as quick as that, MY is up 8, and now Toon Squad are on their last player. So this is the turning point. Will Buns, not to be confused with Buns, be able to stand a chance against Kisara and Doctor? Keep in mind, Doctor is still out there. Bruh. Whose mans? Whose mans? Look at X-Ray there. Look at Mimi there. No, let's not look at them. Not pot. Wait. What? Oh, okay. Okay, I think we broke the room, but like, it is fine. So Buns, the last player. For Toon Squad. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Easy job for MHC Buns. Wait, why is my stream lagging? I only skipped about 2% of all frames due to encoding lag. So out of 460k, only 7,000. Nonetheless, CC gets CC'd. Just a classic. Stratos, so we are seeing Heroes as one of Buns' decks. Probably would be adding Ferris if he doesn't have it already in hand. And he does. Subsequently activates its effect. And oh, drops Celestial. So we'll be having a good follow-up next turn if his hand is empty. Only need to try to play through this one last back row. Will it be another CC? Or will it be some form of trap because of balance? And even then, like, what trap would help you right now? Like, at most you would banish Vion right now, but even then, Malicious will just take its place. There's the poly, so I'm gonna be able to fuse the two defense position monsters away for an adoration, I assume. If there would be a trap card, now would be a good time to activate it. A trap card that interacts with the opponent's board, such as a Karma Cut or Raigeki Break, for example. Mali, probably indicative that he could be having a mask change. Sealed Tombs, I already forgot what this skill did, honestly. It's been such a long time since I've seen it. Okay, so there is a Karma Cut. Gonna be discarding a Navigation. So, oh, there's a delay and there's the mask change, so yeah, it's looking like game. Oh, another delay, so probably another mask change in hand. That's that's a really good hand for a hero player. Or no, or yeah, just get over it and yeah. Got a bit hyped there, but there's not that much to be hyped about, except for if you are from Toon Squad right now and see Buns win against Isara. So there's the form change for lethal. I think it's exact lethal if blast, I remember, a blast attack, or not blast. Another mask change, yeah, as observed earlier. Yeah, unfortunate. Kisara did not open ideal, but that's for Toon Squad to enjoy. 8 and 8 now, so it's gonna be the last two players battling it out from both teams. It's gonna be Doctor versus Buns. Doctor, as you guys know, one of the top players when he played on BZ. Buns, up-and-comer, as Max has been talking, that he's from the MHC clan. A big clapper, known in the community. So yeah, there's two clappers going on against each other. So again, we'll be seeing SSA Crystron coming from Doctor. Pretty good deck against heroes. Yeah, whoever had Doctor on their Fantasy League team, there's your chance to get some points. Starting with Vion, so not Ferris, nor Stratos. Now, would he go into Mali, or okay, we'll be seeing a Mali instead of a Poly ad. 2 back row at the very least, so not entirely defenseless. Curious to see how this matchup goes. It's been a while since we've seen Heroes versus Crystron's, the SSA variant. Maybe since like Transcendent Crystals was nerfed, like around that time. I don't remember exactly. Heroes just started falling off a bit. Like the better OTK deck nowadays would be Karakuris, but Heroes are still pretty good as we are seeing. So Soph will be sent by Scrap Recycler. himself gonna float into presumably C3 or Orion even, if Smyger gets somehow in the banish zone. Fistburn, also a good one. Gonna get C3 directly from that. Opts to destroy the scrap recycler. Would be way better off not leaving that in attack. And there's 3 set cards. That's just so scary. 1 CC at least. Now, does he... Right, that was what I was gonna ask. If he targets one of the back row or the Umi. Umi would have been the best choice there. Just not be affected by the SSA. Any mods in the chat? Sealed Tombs will be activated. Okay, let's read this again, because it's been a long time. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, Nita play can banish cards from the grave or special monsters from the grave. That means no C3, no banish from Fistburn or Smyger, and that's a plasma, so Doctor has to rely on the back row to try to do anything, else that plasma just steamrolls out of there. C3 will just do nothing, thanks in part to Sealed Tombs, and again thanks in part to Sealed Tombs, no graveyard effect will be activated, so no Smyger. Not like Smyger would really matter because the spell and trap zones are full, but Cyclone could still be activated, for example, for a set card from Buns. Sorry for that, I was looking at some other channels. It's a lot to keep track of, considering that there's around 6 games going at the same time right now. Speaking of which, there's the last game that just got announced, Tier 0 versus X Hunters, streamed on Taha's channel, so there's the full multi-Twitch link if you're interested to see. So Recycler got negated, obviously, as expected, thanks to Plasma's effect, and even then, whatever that was sent would have just been negated by the Toon, by the Sealed Tombs. Celestial, oh, that's a double mass change. That's a double mass change. That's just filthy. Like in the first game, where he had not only both of them but also searched a form change. But yeah, unless like one of those back rows can stop, that's just lethal. And that's the surrender from Doctor. So Toon Squad up on match point against MY Mayakashi. Doctor could be choosing to repeat as well. Probably the most ideal course of action would be to repeat, considering that HeyZZy Christians does have that slight edge over Hero. But I'm not the one to be listened. Don't listen to a streamer that is also ref. Like, yeah, we do see a lot of Timor's action, but we don't always understand it. or I'll just speak for myself because, you know, a lot of current refs are playing in tourneys, and a lot of referees from past seasons have joined or rejoined teams. One good example is Mimi over there, having started her own team that is currently 9 up against MY. BZ's second team. BZ so good that they have a second team. Alright, so there is a repeat for MY. So, boop, repeat is gone. So we will be seeing a rematch of HeyZZy Christians versus Heroes. Let's go. Did you follow me on Twitch or on no, on Discord you still have me there, but not on Twitch. I think the first game ended, right? Let me just open HLTV real quick. Oh my god, it's 15-14. It's just like this match right now. This match is 8-9. That match is 14-15. It's just that close. Matches this close are always the best, in my opinion. Just proves that both teams are in such a position that puts not only themselves but each other to try to win. HeyZZy Christian is going first this time, so it's gonna put a bit better of a fight compared to the last duel. Prazioro gonna get that C3 out. Solve still in the grave, Smyger just being banished to add the impact. Yeah, in spite of the records, do not be fooled by the records, guys. Do not be fooled by them. 0-2, only in the first 2 weeks, is not bad. Think about it. Toon Squad is a new team. They do have veterans. MY the same. They do have the experience there. It's just that in the first 2 weeks, a lot of teams, old and new, have had insanely hard matchups. Like, as Teamworks is becoming more and more competitive because there's only 32 spots. Can a mod ban that guy? Imagine asking that when I'm not on my own account. I need to mod doing Steamworks. Thank you. I swear to God, I have to change my stream settings because Chrome is taking quite a lot of memory, and I cannot afford to change accounts on my other browser. Anyway, Doctor finally revealed that he does want to activate that impact that he searched previously. Honestly, would you really have activated the impact there? That's the question. I mean, in a way you kind of gamble for no plasma, but at the same time you kind of hard lose if you get greeted by a mask change, especially since the combo is there with Ferris. Yeah, that's the most important part. If he survives this turn, it's a good play. And I think he will. Like, the chances of him being OTK'd right there are really slim, really small. But here's the thing, right? There's also sealed tombs. There's also sealed tombs for next turn. So if Plasma isn't to be used there, oh yeah, Trinity. There's a Trinity swing, boys. Sealed tombs as well. At least 2600. Seemingly no delay for mask change. And he attacked the wrong monster. Never mind, sealed tombs. Forgot. For a second I was like, oh my god, no. But it's fine. Oh, alright, now there's seemingly a delay. Yo, okay. There is. GG. That was a quick cleanup from Buns. Really well played towards the last games there, going 3-0 from 7-8 down to claim Toon Squad's first victory in this season against MY. A really good opponent. Really close game, guys. Really close game. Well played to both sides. Sadly, it wasn't meant to be for MY, but there's always a next week. There's always a next opponent. Same for Toon Squad. Both teams playing extremely well. Let's see if there's any interviews, guys. I actually really want to interview someone. Maybe Buns, because he kind of popped off. Or maybe Herf, because he started off pretty well. Or Mako, you know, the emotional support of the Toon Squad. You know. Yeah, let's look for an interview. I haven't done an interview since like season 5 or 6, so... But it's fine if no one wants. Bring Mimi to interview. But the chat wants Buns, Diego. The chat wants Buns. Max K is the chat. And they want Buns. We want Buns. No interview, HeyZZy. Alright then. Yeah, seemingly no interview coming from Toon Squad. They have some things to do. So I think we will just end the stream in a couple of minutes, depending on what Mimi types. Just memeing around in the MASH channel. Thank you to X-Ray for refereeing a lot. It's one of his first games and he did very well. And yeah, it's fine. It's fine. What else did I want to say? Yeah, let's just raid. Wait, who do we raid? Cause the main channel game is about to be done, right? But there's also a new game that just started, and they may need some viewers. So who do we go for, guys? The LTW 8 and 9 against rookies, or the new game that just started of Tier 0 versus X Hunters, casted by Taha, Restar, and Lampposted. Let's go with the latter, actually. Let's go with the latter, guys. I cannot raid from this account. Sorry if the stream will be laggy. Extremely sorry for that, but it is what it is. Let's rate Taha, guys. And by raid I mean... never mind, 23 viewers. Let's go. And thank you once again to everyone for joining in, and see you next week. Bye.